y'all, it's Elisha and welcome back to Elisha's Crafty Hoplop. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Oh my goodness, wasn't yesterday exciting? Did you see what my swap partner Natasha created? I was so excited. A pillbox. Super innovative, also super practical. I loved it. Totally loved it. When I was first paired with Natasha, I was both excited and nervous. I think her projects are super beautifully constructed and really elegant. So this is going to be a whole new land for Elisha because, as we all know, I'm a hot mess. But I hope you all checked out her project. I did put an end link to it yesterday morning. Hopefully you're catching the collab. I know we have a lot of exciting videos, but Natasha's a beautiful maker, y'all. She truly is. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm on here because we are coming up to 5 weeks away from the big 5-0, y'all. Yep, I'm gonna be 50. It's hard to imagine. Sometimes in my head I have to remind myself that I'm not 40. That's what I feel like. I know some of you feel 25. I feel like I'm still 40. It's pretty remarkable. It's a remarkable thing to be hitting that number. And it's an exciting time. I remember last year, y'all, we came home and there were like over 30 boxes from y'all. And I was like, wow. I still look at that picture and I just like grin. You guys spoiled the heck out of me last year. So this year I am being very, very strict about the rules and the no goodie policy and all the rules and regulations. So I just want to say that up front, and before I share it with you, my husband just gave a look like, make sure you're being very strict. I'm being strict, very strict. So y'all, let's get down to it. Y'all know that I don't do a ton of card making, and the reason for that is that it literally takes me as long as it takes me to build a mini book. But I love handmade cards. Do y'all remember the cards Crafty Michelle sent me when I was in the Holy Land? Oh my goodness, they were mind-blowing. And have you seen Miss Judy's card? Like her ability to make these like interesting cards lately? I look at these videos and I'm like, how does that even happen? And if I tried to do that, like a regular card takes me a long time. I can't even imagine. But I love receiving handmade cards is what I'm saying. So for this big birthday challenge, I am asking for a handmade card. And I don't care in what style, whether you're a clean crafter, a shabby crafter, a grunge crafter, steampunk, if you're vintage, you know, if you love girly girl, if you love to put some bling on it, I just want it to look like you. That's really what matters to me. Don't make it in the hoplop style, which is a hot mess. Make it in your style. I want to be able to look at it and know it's yours. Now, the only other requirement for the challenge, which is going to start today and run until December 31st, is that you find your favorite die or your favorite stamp or your favorite paper punch. And what I'd like you to do, like maybe it's your favorite because it's like your go-to, you're reliable, the one you love to use all the time for something, whether that be card making or box making or embellishment making. There's a reason you always reach for it. We all have our top 3. Mine's my Starburst die for embellishments. That is my go-to die. I love that die. My Alina Cuddle ticket die. I love tickets, right? I know some people don't understand the ticket thing, but I use them all the time. I love that ticket die. I like it even more than my Tim Holtz one. I like the Tim Holtz stamps a lot, but I love that Alina ticket die. Woof! And I'd say during Christmas, the Stitch Star dies. I love it. I love it for tag flips. So we all have our favorites, like the ones we really rely on, and we also have our cool ones. Like right now, I'm really liking that Alina Cuddle ice cream die that I just got. So what I'm asking you to do is to pick your favorite stamp, your favorite punch, or your favorite die, and to cut, punch, or stamp me out 1 to 6 of those and include it with the card. Now, I'm putting a cap, a maximum of 6. Don't send me 12. Don't stamp out 12. Don't die cut out, 12 of your favorite. No, just 6, and I'm going to tell you why. We know for sure that USPS is increasing our postal rates on October 17th. We know that. So my goal is that you can send in your whole entry for my birthday challenge for $1 or less. In North America, it should be able to be sent for the 70 cent non-machinable rate. depending upon how thick a card. Like when I build a chipboard card, I have to pay more. But you'll monitor that. My goal is, I'm hoping people can send the whole entry in for $1. No goodies, nothing. No boxes and no goodies are going to be counted in this challenge. So if you send me a box for my birthday, it does not get counted in this challenge. And that's my way of trying to encourage you to just send me a card, y'all, right? And a die cut, the die cuts, the stamps, or the punches. Now, I know y'all are going to have a bunch of questions. So the first thing is, look, I love all three of those things equally. I really want you to pick what you think is your coolest or your favorite. In terms of paper, I love it all. So if you send it to me in white, 110 cardstock, I'm going to like ink it, distress it, do all sorts of weird things to it. If you want to send it to me in glittery paper, I'm going to love that. If you want to send it to me in regular cardstock, I'm going to love that. Some people are going to say, well, what colors don't you like? Typically I steer away from brown and tan. I struggle with it. You saw the other night on the Craft Lab, I worked really hard to use those tan pieces from my book. Like if I'm doing a lot of vintage making, there's lots of tans and I like it in that. But for all other crafting, I steer clear of browns and tans. I don't always love red, but you know what's interesting, y'all? I chose a vintage Christmas collection this year and it's got red in it. So I don't like tons of red, is what I'm saying. I lean more towards pink than red. So there's, and I'm not so picky. I will love everything you send me. But I'm sharing this because I know you're going to have questions. So, everyone knows my favorite color is Tiffany blue, but I also really like pink. I like hot pink. I like all pink. I like neon pink. I like regular pink. I like pink. So I like that color. I like mint green. I've got lots of favorites. I like some yellow too. Like I like a nice warm yellow. So I'm going to be happy with anything you send me. I'm just trying to answer some of the questions you may ask in advance. In terms of stamping images, I don't care what color ink you use. Doesn't matter at all. Use whatever ink you've got. Black always leaves a nice crisp line, but I'm open to any color. And in terms of punches, what kind of punches do I own? Mostly really practical ones, y'all. I own like scallop punches and circle punches. And I do own a snowflake punch that I love. I have a large snowflake punch. I really love it. I actually like it better than my snowflake dies. I do. And I own heart punches. I own 2 heart punches, but one's not working very well. And I don't own a lot of punches, y'all. So, you probably have way more punches than I do. I didn't go in and buy any of like the ornate border ones. I didn't buy any of the Martha Stewart ones like y'all did. Like I just didn't invest in that kind of stuff. So any punch you're gonna send me, I'm probably gonna find really interesting, to be honest. So that's an easy one. So either a stamped image, a die cut, or a punch. And you can send in just one with your card and I'll be happy. That'll count as an entry. But no more than 6, because I really am aiming for this to cost you the least amount of money possible. In the States, I'm hoping for $1. I know that's not realistic anywhere else in the world, whether it's the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Portugal. I know it's going to cost you more, but I'm trying to keep this as inexpensive as possible. So there is a bonus, though, that if you want to get an extra entry into the birthday challenge, that I'm asking for a handwritten, I know, it doesn't have to be handwritten, but I'm asking for a recipe card. I prefer it handwritten, but I'm asking for a recipe card, and that can be done on an index card that you get at the DT. It can be done on a proper recipe card if you own such a thing, or you can just cut a piece of cardstock in 3 by 5, 3 inches by 5 inches. And what I want is a recipe that you love. Y'all, I love to cook, and I would like to bake better, but I'm really passionate about cooking. And we've had so much fun lately talking on the lives about all of our favorite foods. Like, I didn't know what potato cakes were, and it was so much fun. I love new recipes. I love food from around the world. I'm a very adventurous eater. My husband's an even more adventurous eater. So, I've eaten pigeon, I've eaten chicken feet. I eat it all, y'all. So don't be, tongue, I've had duck tongue. Like, I'm not afraid. So, I want a recipe that you love, that you think might be exciting for me to have, maybe something near and dear to your heart, and here's why. I would like to make a big book and have a YouTube cookbook, and I'd like to make that. So I'd like to have one of your recipes to include. I like handwriting just because it has a nice look, but it can be computer printed as long as it fits on a 3x5 card. And that's it, y'all, and that's for a bonus entry. So what are you gonna win? Well, I've lost a couple of packages, I think 3 in the last 6 weeks. Well, if you include Lanny's that blew up, and yeah. So I'm gonna just do a $25 PayPal. And I apologize. I prefer to do personalized prize packs, but I just redid 2 full packages, y'all. So I think just to keep this easy and simple for everybody, I'm just gonna do PayPal, $25. If you don't have PayPal, that's fine. We can pick a different store. I just wanna make sure that it's a digital $25 card to make it nice and simple and easy for you, and also easy for our international folks. So that's what we're gonna do. It opens today, which is super exciting, and I'm gonna run it until December 31st. That's past my birthday, but the reason is that packages are still taking up to 2 months to reach us from places like New Zealand and Australia. So I want to make sure that our international folks have lots of time and aren't pressured. And that's why I'm running it till December 31st, and I'll do the drawing on January 1st. What a way to start the new year, y'all. You know, like Wandi Sweets, my husband wanted to throw a big party for my 50th, and clearly that's not going to happen. But I know it's going to be a wonderful birthday because I'm going to have all your cards to look at. I always change my display boards, but we are looking at getting me a bigger pegboard, and I have another way of displaying a large number of cards. So I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for helping me celebrate my birthday. I really appreciate it. Big 5-0, can you imagine? And if you're curious about my t-shirt, y'all, it's not because I have a love affair with Sesame Street. I have a love affair with the artist Cause. You know, some people are going to be like, is that really art, Elisha? That's a whole other story. But you have to understand that in New York, I saw his art before he became the big deal he is. And he was part of that street art crowd that I was a big fan of. And this is a t-shirt he designed for Uniqlo. And you always know a Cause work because he always X's out the eyes. So just wanted to give you a little background on the shirt, y'all. Anyway, thank you so much. I am so looking forward to receiving your cards. I have put all the information and the guidelines to the challenge down below, including my mailing address. You must be 18 years of age to participate. You don't have to be a subscriber, y'all. I do need to remind people to subscribe and hit the bell because YouTube is unsubscribing everybody. So please today, hit the bell for notifications. Please make sure you're subscribed. Ideally, I always want you to join our community. That's always what I want. But you don't have to be a subscriber to participate. And I just want to thank everybody again. And I'm wishing for you a happy and a healthy Sunday. And I'll see you all later today. Bye for now.